Okay. Hello, I'm here. Sorry. Still sharing the link. I started my stream, and then my mother was like, hey, I need you to order something online for me. Like, okay. Literally picked 10 seconds after I started doing it. Hold on. Sharing the link in one other place. Alright. I see we have a Kathleen. That is wonderful. Always happy to have a Kathleen in my life. One of the best ways to have a life. Kathleen. Alright. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for the longer open screen. I guess I feel like the professional streamers, they always make you wait like 10 minutes with some open video that I can't imagine anybody even cares about. But I'm not at that level, so I always feel bad anytime I make you wait longer than 3 minutes. Let's do some Planet Zoo. I feel like Friday we did XCOM and the stream got interrupted and I was frustrated, and then yesterday had the same problem with Dishonored, and today I'm like, you know what? I want to chill, play some Planet Zoo. Thought about playing either of the two games that got interrupted, and I was like, ah. Haha! You caught up? That's amazing. I'm always just like shocked. Like, not only that people come to streams, but they're like, I wasn't here, so then I watched it off stream, and I'm like, what? Alright, so I think Silly Putty Zoo was our stream zoo, and then it was like glitched, and we had like the Rat King pandas, which was pretty wild, so we could pop back over there and play around. The zoo I've been playing in lately is New Mitten, so I want to at least show you guys New Mitten. If you don't have an opinion, we could probably play around in New Mitten and make something in Silly Putty's honor there. Otherwise, we can go back to our former stream zoo. But this is the zoo where I'm currently doing the best, I think. How are you today, Kathleen? Hope you're well. Our whole group is crazy because Mackenzie had her party and Lindsay's on vacation. I have the zoo set so animals age 2.5 times slower, which I have found has really changed franchise mode for me, because then I'm not in a constant state of trying to keep up with animals. So this is New Mitten Zoo. The first zoo I ever made in franchise mode was called Mitten Zoo, and I don't think I ever made it on stream, and I actually trashed that one and started New Mitten Zoo because it was just bad. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to play Planet Zoo. So here I actually made a sign. It's kind of terrible, but I'm proud of it. That was the closest I could come to making Michigan, for those of you who wonder why I call it New Mitten. Alright, hurt your back on Friday. Ah! What happens when you get old? We're all turning old this year, so I turned old last year. We're all turning old. So, you know, that happens. But yeah, so the mitten is, because I live in Michigan. This is my New Mitten Zoo sign. And then you kind of like, a nice little pond here. I can't do anything about this, because this is the edge of the map. That goes to a staff area. You come over here. It rains a lot in the zoo, so I put like some exhibits underneath a roof so people would have that. And then over here is American Plains, which honestly right now it's kind of annoying because like if you want to do this you have bison and antelope, but they announced a new DLC pack for North America. And usually I'm too cheap to buy these when they first come out, but I might have to get the North American pack because there's moose. There's meese, and I'm really excited about that. And beavers. All sorts of good stuff. But I have this here. This is a thing I've started doing more, is these elevated viewing areas. I think that helps a lot. Over here, I built Capuchins, which were from a DLC pack I did not yet have. So I was pretty excited to play with them. Have a nice little area here with lots of climbable space, and then I built them this little castle area over here. They can be away from people. Pretty happy with. Over here is what are these? They're saltwater crocodiles. I knew there were some kind of crocodilian. I don't remember which. I really like their space in the water. I put a bunch of like crap in there as if they're swimming in a river space, and kind of made their land area look like an abandoned construction zone, sorta. Kind of having fun with that. I learned you can tweak water. I don't know if you guys knew this. I felt really dumb for not knowing this. You can click on the water source, and you can change like how transparent the water is, which is pretty cool. And you can change like the hue of the water. I think it's a neat detail. I don't think it's always been there. This is just a little food court area I put in. This is obviously a space I haven't finished. Over here is a lion exhibit, which I envisioned as being way better than it is. And it didn't really go according to plan, but that's okay. But we got some lions in here. I don't know that lions actually use this, but they have it. Like a little above area to walk around on and stuff. Obviously haven't finished over here yet either. I have some... I don't know what this is. I had space and I wasn't going to put anything down, and so I was like, this is like Wonderland with random things on the ground. I don't know. But I gotta fill in here. Here's some more space. These are some staff buildings. And then here are my tortoises. The tortoises. Which have a nice little space. And then this is what I'm really proud of. This is my Jaguar Habitat, which I actually made way bigger than it needed to be. There you go. There's one of my Jaguars. And there's that's a climbing platform. Hold on. There's a baby Jaguar. There's 2 adults and I think 2 cubs in here, and they can climb up in the trees and stuff. But what I like the most is I made them like this little swimming area. So like when they're swimming here, you can like them swimming. I don't think Jaguars have what the kids call the deep water swimming like the crocodiles do. And we see them swim. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the zoo so far. I was gonna play around in this one, I think, just because this is just the one where I feel like I've done my best work right now. But it's definitely ready to be expanded. We have several habitats here as well. Playing on the animals age 2.5 times slower thing makes exhibits way better. I think I said habitat, but I meant exhibit. I think it makes these way easier because what happens is I'll have species like... Is this where they are? One of these is one of the kind of troublesome ones. Not the leaf bugs. Anyway, what tends to happen with the exhibit animals is they breed so dang fast. And they don't stay very healthy. And they're just really hard to manage, but when they age slower, they also breed slower, and it makes these guys... Like, you don't spend your entire game micromanaging. So I appreciate that. So I think we can play around here. We could do some Arctic animals. I haven't built a lot of Arctic animals, and that is the DLC pack that Silly Putty bought me, which is why we were originally streaming in Silly Putty Zoo. And I think if we're going to move away from there, we can make, like, the Silly Putty Arctic area. That might be something. But I'm just kind of happy. I don't know why, but I just have gator statues on top. No one can see them, but I know they're there, and it makes me happy. I originally put the lily pads on there because I thought it looked cool. Again, just for me, because no one in my zoo can see this. And then I realized that it has the roots underneath, and then I decided that looks kind of cool, actually. But that was a happy accident. There's a lot that needs to be done, because there's still areas where I haven't filled them in and made them look pretty, like I have here. Even though I've done that in a lot of the zoo. But I haven't done it. Oh, we could do that here and here. I didn't want to do it all the way around here because I wanted to build an exhibit or a habitat, and I wanted to build another habitat off this way also. So, I think we can build some Arctic-y things over here. This looks like a nice big space to do Arctic-y stuff. Play around with that. I don't tend to do a lot of Arctic habitats, but I think we can. I think we can. If I just search Arctic, will it bring up Arctic animals, or will it only bring up... Oh, well, it would help if I spelled Arctic correctly. It only brings up Arctic wolf. That's the only one. Arctic. Got it. I haven't built these guys yet. There's a lot of creatures I haven't done yet because I bought like 4 DLC packs that I was behind on all in a go. So there's a lot of animals I really want to try out because we haven't done them yet. Now what I want to look at is when I closed down my one zoo, I sold anything I could for conservation points, and then these are all animals stored over from there. So let's see if there's anything Arctic-y that I just have access to. Probably not, because it was all from a zoo that I had before I had that DLC, so I would say no. Although technically Japanese macaques are kind of Arctic-y, so we could put them in there. It'd be fun to do something with the mandrills too, because there's an event right now which is technically completed, but we can still interact for the next 7 hours, and it's releasing mandrills into the wild. Maybe we'll do that actually, because I have a bunch of mandrills in here. We'll still do the Arctic today, because I'll be, unless things go out of how I want them to go, we'll be here a while. Typically, I don't like to build my zoos around whatever the events are, because then inevitably the events end and you still have the zoo. But mandrills are fun. Other than the Capuchins, I don't really have anything primate-like. I definitely don't have any apes. This is already kind of a jungle area, so let's actually build mandrills over here, get my mandrills in, and then we can kind of take part in this community challenge, and then go from there. I apparently built this cool thing. That does look pretty cool, I can't lie. I'm really amped because they're releasing an update soon. I don't think it's out yet, where you can put... Oh, I still have to do some scenery stuff here too. Where you can put you can like randomize scenery so it like rotates things and makes stuff look better, and you don't have to do it on your own. Really excited. Yeah, so mandrills it is. How do we want to make mandrills? They need pretty high fences, if I remember correctly. We want to do. Let's start by actually going to paths first. We need it wider than that. And if this is like my main zoo concourse, let's continue the main zoo concourse. Just so we know where this path is going to go. Once we know where this path goes, that will help us inform the rest of what we want to do. This is just going to go out in the middle of nowhere, and it's going to be really boring, but it will, you know, will let us know. That is, I feel like most people's zoos are prettier than that, but I don't care. I like wild and crazy things. So with that in mind, let's put the mandrills over here. So we can actually make their space, like, right here, and put more scenery, like, around here, kind of. And or potentially, and we could put a staff building back there too. I just don't want it, these are staff buildings. I don't want us to get too far away from staff. We could easily pop a staff building back there too. What does our power grid look like? Okay. So we will probably have to slap some new power down, which is fine. That's what expansion is all about, you know? Okay, so barriers. There it is. Concrete. Do I want to do something to the train first, though? I suppose that's the room. I think I do. Because again, I like having that, like, I like monkey pits. I'm a big fan of monkey pits. Really am. I like setting my habitats down a little bit. Because that way when people are standing there, they can kind of like look and see the animal a little bit better. How cool this space is too. They don't use it very much. But I like my little Jaguar house that I made. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but I'm remembering how much fun I had building this Jaguar Habitat. I'm pretty proud of it, I can't lie. Okay. I like monkey pits, but what if we made like a monkey mountain? I'm also kind of into that. I have a thought. Let's do this. Rain, go with me on this. So we're gonna use the stamp tool. Um, yeah. No, a little taller. We're gonna use the stamp tool. We're gonna make kind of a big ol' like monkey mountain cave thing. I know what we're gonna do. It's gonna take me a minute to get there, but I have thoughts and feelings about this. Then we're gonna go to this. We're gonna kind of smooth this out of it, so it doesn't look like I just made a bunch of cubes. This side I don't care, because it's gonna be the back. No one's gonna see it. This side I want it flat because I'm gonna have people view it from that side. This side I can smooth out a little bit, and this, which will actually be in the habitat itself, I can smooth out a little. So let's try this on side. Make this look a little bit less cookie cutter, even though it's totally cookie. That's the goal. There's also a smooth tool, which we will also eventually use, but I found the smooth tool doesn't work super well if there's not a lot to smooth. Kind of have to get there. Here, smooth tool, smooth tool, smooth all this out. Then, what I want to do, we're going to make this into a cave. My plan is to make the cave up, and then we'll bring a stairway up here and you can like look in, and this will be like the mandrill shelter. I think that'll be pretty cool. Now the actual habitat itself, there'll be one viewing area here where you can look at them, and then there'll be a path that veers off, and then this will be the rest of the habitat. Kind of how I'm envisioning it. Let's go ahead and pop that down. We're gonna... And then we can smooth the rest of this out once we kind of know what it's doing. There's this. I think mandrills need, like... Not what I wanted. I want to click on this, and I want to bring... Come on. Come on, control. Come on, there we go. I want to bring the whole thing up to about... It doesn't need to be this tall, but I think at a certain point it looks better if it's taller. Here, I'm going to angle snap. It's too bad they don't use it very much. Cat thing. It's a big exciting thing and they ignore it. Yeah, that's pretty much how cats go. That's pretty accurate. Curve. That. And the rest of this we'll probably make fairly straightforward in terms of viewing area. I'm just worried now that I made this too small. Actually do this. Straight. That. Yeah. This is cool. I like this. And then this we're gonna make the null piece. That. And then this we're gonna make flat, and we're gonna make it Actually, no, we can keep it concrete and we'll just put the glass in it. How that'll work. And we're gonna let this kiss right up to there. I might have to take this out when I actually start doing the terraforming. But that's okay. We'll just let that connect. So that's gonna be like the habitat overall. I'll put some big rocks there, and then that gaping hole won't be a problem. I still have to use this though for the glass, but we can hide that in large part. So then the question becomes, where do I want to put the habitat? Probably here, just because then it's far away. We'll go to pathing, staff paths. Does not need to do that. Gonna make that path a little, but I don't care. And then this will be where the path is for everybody else. Then what I want to do is back into terrain. To foundation. Yeah, exactly, game. Exactly. Understand what I'm trying to do. Do this. The problem is up here, it's making it a little bit disorienting. Because the game is like, don't you want to look at this blue piece of barrier? And I'm like, I really don't, actually want to look at it at all. Confusing me, and it's like, but don't you really want to look at it? Oh, even a little bit. So this, I'm going to need to make taller, but that's not a problem. So this will be our little monkey cave. Well, I guess I should say ape cave, because man, we're apes, not monkeys. I should be accurate. We'll do that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at us go. Look at this. Look at this work. We're gonna that too, and there we go. Now I want to look at barrier, and I want to look at just this one. And that's fine, but I also want to do that. Be just that piece. It is just that piece. Perfect. Then we're gonna make it one-way glass. Just like that. Beautiful. And the dirt's kind of coming out of it, and I don't really mind it that much because I'm gonna go through and kind of like hide this anyway. So it doesn't really bother me that. And then the idea is we'll make a little stairway up there. People can see the apes. Apes can't necessarily see the people. It's gonna be a cool little doodly bop. Now, can I in terrain in the what if I do? Sometimes the game's okay. It used to not let, this must be an update since the last time I played, because it used to not really let me hold dirt over barriers. Kind of letting me here. It's not completely, but better than it used to. Whoa, that's not what I want. We're gonna push that nubbin down a little bit. I appreciate it showing me the barrier, but it's also not super. And rain. I don't want to do this. The idea is you don't really see the wall there. And then we'll put some rocks down and make that look a little bit more natural. Second. Overall, I like it. Okay. So now to the rocks. So let's have rocks for rock-like things. I don't need all of these, so we're going to filter by biome, and we're going to do temperate, tropical. Kind of stuff. So first of all, before I forget, nope, don't on the surface. Don't have any of those checked, please. Thank you. We're gonna go over here. Again, it's going to be really annoying by showing me the time. There we go. Off. Hey! I learned a new button today. Nice. I'll just pop some rocks in like that. See? And that will make this barrier appear more natural. Now what we gotta be a little bit careful of here is we don't want the mandrill to get out. There we go. What we can even do is yes, this is the one. I knew something like want this. X. That. Move it. Just like that, and that'll be better. That. And then, what was it? Control X? Yeah. Second one. Beautiful. That looks a little bit better, a little bit more natural. This still looks a little wacky, so we can do something about that. There we go. That's fun. That's good. Alright. Then, what we're gonna do is grab one of these. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Gonna hit it. This one. Certainly a possibility. Gonna move it. To rotate it a little bit more. Not exactly how I'd like it. That. Set it back. Perfect. Control X. Control X. Copy it. Little. Yeah, I like that. Do that. Forward. This is just largely to kind of hide the barriers a little bit. I'll stick another rock there so that's not butt ugly. Nature. A nice big old $20 rock. Right there. Look at that. Living the dream. And then this is, like I said, the area away from prying eyes, so it just needs to look good here. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. This. X. X again. Flip it up. Move it. Just like that. Won't you go where I want you? X. I don't know why it's not doing. I want it to do, but I can do that. Control X to copy. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. That works for me. That's there. That closes that off. And then what we'll do is we'll go through here. Like here. Here. And make this all. And we'll add this piece too. There's not a lot there. All one-way glass. Then here you can see the rest of it. So they'll have plenty of room to run around. They'll probably need other shelter than this, but this can at least just be some shelter. I'm not worried about the slope here. Oh, I want to fix that. Because I'm probably going to give them something that they can climb on to get up there. Inside the habitat, I'm going to use the mossy rocks on this side. They're going to go out the back a little bit, but again, no one's really going to see that, so I'm not worried about it. What I am worried about is them getting out. I want to do right there. Hopefully they can't escape, but we'll be able to check that in. that's looking pretty good. We have our staff path connected. So let's go into animal trading. I think I've been trying to add capuchins to my capuchin exhibit. So we're gonna look up mandrills. That'll bring up all of the ones I have in my trade center. So these are the ones I had at my other zoo that I shut down. We're just gonna check everybody and we're gonna send them. Kind of bring them all here. And if I look here, what am I seeing? I have an adult female. I have 3 adult females. And I have juvenile babies. And they're 16 years of age, so I'm probably going to get... Aggie's watched too. Hi! Hi, Aggie. How are you doing? I love that your cat's name is Aggie. Because even though it's spelt different, my high school mascot was... We were the Aggies. We were A-G-G-I-E. Which is a horse term, apparently. So then we're going to animal list. I was about to type in Aggie. Okay. It'd be fun to find her. Okay. Let's find ourselves a boy. Now, most of the males here are 7 years. I don't mind going for somebody closer to the ages of the mandrills I have. But they might not actually have any older males for once, which would be interesting. There's 12 years. That's closer. And then I can use money instead of conservation credits. So I'm kind of... Let's grab this fella. Doesn't have the best stats, but I'm okay with that. I have a lot of money, so I'm not worried about it. So we'll also send him here. Now I'm going to let the game run so that we can get our critters in here, and then I'll probably do the rest with them in here so that I can just kind of see how the habitat's going. It'll take them a little while to get over here because I think my trade center's somewhere over here. They're all going to run out of there. While we're waiting, let's check on our staff, actually. Just go through, see if anybody else can be trained. We may need to add some more bodies. I'm pretty good at keeping up with this kind of thing, though. Get our caretaker. See, all of them are engaged in bringing people around. That's good. I don't usually do work zones very much. I know they're there. It's obviously kind of a long haul for our staff, but they shouldn't have to move that far all of the time. There is a staff area over there, and it's not too bad of a walk. I just may put in nice. Agate in Spanish is gata. A lot of cats are Spanish as it has gata. Ah, clever. Very clever. I like that. Show off our kitties. Oh, look at the jaguar! Look at the mighty jaguar. You're gonna go in the little cave? See, I made them this little cave over here, and they use it a lot. It makes me happy. There's one of our babies. Okay, but for now, we're gonna keep it paused because the mandrills are here, and they're not gonna be happy with the exhibit as is. Yeah, they're not. Definitely not made to them, but I'm not so confident in my abilities that I start putting in the animals, or start getting things ready before the animals. It is a kitty cave. I'm pretty proud of it. I can't lie. Oh, you know the other thing I can do? I'm getting so distracted, but I can click on our jaguars here. Grab all of it. And go over here to color. Just tweak it, yeah. I find that this is just a little thing that when I do it, it's a small detail, but it's something that makes me happier when it's not the standard color. I did that with the lions, and I'm not super happy with it because it looks more like the game hasn't rendered a color more than I've picked a color. Obviously, I haven't done it with all of that. I did over here with the gators. That might be something I mess around with. Anyway, Jess, focus on one thing at a time. Okay, let's start here with traversable area. Okay, so they currently cannot get up there, which is fine. We are going to fix that with getting them some climbing ability. But the first thing I want to fix is the terrain. Yeah, see, they currently can't climb on anything, which is why they're very unhappy, which makes sense. So, they need more short grass. So we're going to start with adding short grass and just get them what they want more of. That here. Grass probably more around where people can actually see them so that they're not like in the grass. So, they do like some long grass. Then I might come back to that because the other thing, they can have rock and soil, they just don't need it. But I want to do rock up into their cave because I think that'll look cool. So like the outside of their cave, I'm gonna make stone here. So you can tell they're upset with the amount of because they were already happy with the amount of soil because it's pretty soily. Ah, I understand now. We'll fix this. We'll fix this. It's just a balancing process. Inside we'll keep soily because I think that makes sense. We'll put more soil here around the base of the cave. I think that makes sense. Keep more soil. Trying to keep that going. I don't really like how the long grass looks. But they apparently need some amount. That looks pretty good. They like sand? Let's just do a little bit of sand for the fun. Yeah, that looks good overall. Nice stuff. This is not counting as shelter currently because they can't. That will change. Because the next thing we're going to do is climbing stuff. Just because it's easier to do that when there's nothing else in the habitat. So we're going to go enrichment items, pick species, scroll a do down into Andro. This will show me most of this stuff should work for Mandalay. And we're going to do this ramp. We might adjust the angle of this ramp slightly as well. So I'm going to put one down, click on it, hit X again, so I get these spinny things. Adjust the angle, hit X again, and then these allow me to just kind of pull on these. There we go. Ah, wrong key. So now they can climb up that way. So I'm going to hit check mark. And while it's highlighted, I'm going to hit Control X, which will allow me to copy it and make another. That and that. I hit this button, it should. Yeah, that should give me. Here. The change relative access button. Not giving me an access, it actually makes it. And there we go. Then it goes into the ground. So now they can definitely get up there. That's the first most important. And then from there, we're going to build some others. So usually what I like to do is, because these structures take so long to build, I'll get one or two pre-made ones and then connect the pre-made ones with my own stuff. It's typically how I handle it. Also, they're going to have a lot of trees that they like to climb on. So, they won't need this quite as much. Like, they won't need a platform. Like, we'll stick that there. And these, again, is just a place where they can kind of sit. But I like things to be super connected. So what I do is I put down the pre-made stuff just because this, I feel like these controls take so long to use. And I'm going to put this in. Same kind of controls I was doing. That. That. Okay. And then this. Yeah, that. Right, it's connected. Then we have that. Check mark. Habitat. Another one. Much longer. No. That doesn't match. Okay. Do that. Hit the button. Button. These two things to be kind of more connected. What we're gonna do is that. Connecting now. R. See, this is why I don't like to build my process. That. That. Those connecting? Or is that a trick? Optimal. That. We're just gonna let this right down the line. Wherever it ends. This will intersect with this platform. That. And what I'll do is habitat. What the heck? I didn't know I could do that. Well, that's a new thing I just... Control Z. Control Z. There we go. There we go. Learn something new every day. Usually by accident. And... this. Weird teleporting physics. Guess that's doing. Come back to that in a second. Same thing. That. I know I could just use longer ones, but that involved paying attention when I clicked on it the first time. When I could just that and then not have to. I clicked on it. Yeah. There we go. There. Now it's not doing weird physics, and now these are all connected. That feels good. Alright, so then we're going to let the game kind of recalculate. And now it should show traversable area, it should show climbable area. Now, it's showing up as they can climb up here, but it's not showing that they can traverse up here for some reason. Which I don't fully understand. So there must be something wrong with in here. And I'm wondering if it has to do with this. The game's probably just a little bit confused. So we're just going to grab a platform like this. This. And we're going to hit X, X. Up it just a little. Up little. And then hopefully the game should now go. Ah, yes. They can go in there. It could also be a height thing. So if I go sculpting, flatten the surface. Oh, you know, the best way actually, if you want to make sure your caves have enough space, the best way to do it is to go to bedding and put bedding in. And the game will automatically adjust the terrain so that it's tall enough for the bedding you put in. That's a good kind of cheaty way to make sure you've built your cave properly. Like that. So then if height was the problem, the height should no longer be the problem. So we'll click on a mandrel again. And see, now they can get in. And it's actually going to be enough hard shelter for them. So that's good. Now the problem is the staff can't get up there, but I'm not worried about that. They can totally be up here. So we're gonna click on them again. There's no escape worries, right? Currently no escape worries. Sometimes we might pop a rock like right there. Just because sometimes the game glitches and it's like, they can leave right here. And then every 5 minutes one of your animals is escaping and like, dangerous animal has escaped and it's still currently in its spot. Now, if you look at them, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. You'll notice that they just barely have enough climbable area, but that's going to change because they also don't have enough of an environment right now, but I'll be putting trees in that they can climb, and that will also count towards their climbable area. So that will be handled momentarily. I'm not going to put a water feature in here. Mandrills don't really use them, or at least they didn't the last time I checked. But I do want to put some of these rocks in, because I think they look cool. It's going to take a little bit away from their walkable area, but that's okay. They had plenty of room. So let's put some rocks down just to make it look a little bit more cool, you know, a little bit neater, a little bit more exciting. Ah, yes. When in doubt, rocks add character. Kinda how I feel. Now, let's also look at... This is the new thing I like to do. New to me, it's not a new thing. I like to go into props and just find cool stuff to stick in habitats. Just to make it look like we built the habitat around where we like happen to find the animals. So like you can put like fruit in there and stuff and make it kind of look like there's always fruit for them to play with. Oh, that's pretty. We're not going to use it, but it is pretty. Like the planted paneling. There's a lot of good stuff. I want to do... I like these kilns. Just because they actually have fire in them. And it creates a cool glowy effect that I like. I put some of them in my my lion habitat. I think they look neat. I'm a fan of that. Some of this stuff I don't... Hammock is cool. I wonder if I put the hammock up. Like, they'll use it. A little bit for some stuff, but we're gonna try it. I put a hammock in a habitat before, I think. This. And wrong one. Red one. There we go. I'm gonna angle this a little bit so it's like, what is going on with this guy? That mandrill is having a bad day. Those mandrills are getting crated because basically they're glitching out because they're climbing on stuff that I'm currently editing. That's just funny. Let's make this a little higher. I'm basically just hitting X to alternate what I'm what mode I'm in. I'm gonna move this closer and this closer so that it's like connected into this. And then I'm gonna rotate it so that it's like trying to connect there. And it doesn't quite fit, but if I do again and I like... I think there's a way connected there. It's just not quite long enough. Now it's like that, it'll look close enough. I wonder if they'll climb on the hammock. They probably won't. But I think it'll look. At the end of the day, As long as your animals are happy. Do something that looks cool, you know? And like these look more exciting as climbable. What are they supposed to be? Decorative. How is this a decorative pot? There's nothing pot-like. I don't know how it's a decorative pot. Put some down. Like stone rock face. I like all these things where it's like, this is an African fence. It's a uniquely African fence, you know, wood and rope. That thing that is only African. The heck? Kinda cool. What if we put that above the kiln? It's, like I said, in this particular zoo, I've been going with a kind of like a lived-in look. Like this idea that we've built the zoo in a space. Like the animals were already here and we just kind of built around them. Kind of what I've been trying to do. And I'm pretty sure mandrills are from the African. Not just like doing this because they're now if I put this up, dangle it top, doesn't matter if it hits. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fun. That adds. That adds. I don't necessarily know what it adds, but it adds something. See what else we have here. And I don't get, like, they say this is an African tent. I don't know why that's. I don't get why it's uniquely African. Or why this is East Asian. Like, this I get why it's East Asian. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand the ways of Planet Zoo. We could put some of this fence around. Oh, like things right here of thing this here, like I don't know, like it's a space that we've taken over. Da, da. Oh, that's trippy. I'm not putting that in there, but it's cool. This. That's also cool. Uh, there's various things and wall decoration, whatever. There's a lot of cool stuff you can put in habitats. They're just kind of hidden in different menus because they're not expecting necessarily. Nothing wrong with doing it either, obviously, but just super. Centerpiece item. This. I don't understand these giraffe neck pieces because there's not like giraffe faces. Just... Sometimes I like to put like basins in. Like, because then it's like, ah, yes, here's this like random piece of marble, which I don't think really matches the aesthetic here, but don't show me stuff from DLC I don't have. Why would I want that? I think that's probably enough random stuff. Other than maybe I say that and then change my mind. Alright, let's put some. Put some of these. This. Keep wanting stuff and then it's not as big as I thought it was. I like that. So I can. And by looking for this. And I could grab top thing. Pretty excited. Hey Erland, welcome. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Playing a little Planet Zoo after all the craziness of the last couple of games I've been playing. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do something. Okay, so that's our cool stuff. We don't need to go too crazy. Next we're gonna do plants. Go up here, we're going to reset filters. So we're gonna do the continent of Africa and the biome of tropical, because that's where they're from. And this should give me only plants that they like, which is good. Good for us. Like that. Let's start with anything that might be a little bit bigger. Put that in the back. So these Tarman trees are usually climbable ones, which is why I want to make sure I get some in, because they need a little bit more climbing space. But these trees are also kind of big. And I'm also a little bit worried that's going to create escape zones. But we'll check that out in a second. But they're already happy with even like that amount of foliage. I'm not. We're going to add more. But yeah, at least we're already good to go. I'm usually a fan of these mangrove apple trees. They look cool. We still have to put enrichment items in, so we don't necessarily need like a bunch of. I want to get some stuff down on it. I like these water banana plants. Kind of like stand up. I like to put them up on the rocks sometimes. Again, we'll have to check and make sure this doesn't create opportunities for them to escape. Hopefully it will not, but we will find out in a bit. Trees down still. Feel a little bit rainforesty after all. I do like this big mossy thing. And I like this stuff just because it covers up the ground. And it, like the ground level, camera controls are so wacky. It just adds, and it looks like there's big patches of stuff on the ground. Sometimes they also tend to levitate off the ground, so you kind of got to keep an eye on that unless you like levitating plants. I mean, don't let me stop you. Like levitating plants, I'm just not a big fan of those. But if you're like, I've lived my whole life dreaming of a world where I could have plants that levitate, like don't let me stop you. I'm not big into them. I don't have to say anything about you and your plant preference. Here we go. You feeling good? You feeling good about this? A little haphazard in there. But now that we have the coverage, before we continue on, let's do habitat stuff. So, first thing we need is, let's make sure we get a water pipe in there, on account of I don't have any water features. And I prefer water pipes. They don't need to be cleaned, so the animals can just come and drink from them. You can do the water bowls, but then the zookeeper has to come and clean them. And that's just more things for your zookeeper to to do. I like to put a couple of these down too, just because I'm like, well, animals don't want to have to go very far to like drink water. You know, that doesn't sound fun. With these feeding platforms, a lot of times what I like to do with them is actually stick them on, like, next to one of these platforms. So, like, they're still kind of there. But then they're up off the ground. Like that. The zookeepers can still get to them. But then they're eating up off the ground. It's just kind of more entertaining, I think, for the guests. So I like doing that. I don't know if we need more than one right now, because I don't have a whole lot of mandrills. So we'll kind of leave it like that. And then enrichment. So they need enrichment items. Let's do a... I think the mirror mobile by all of these strange things is cool. You can't go wrong with some cardboard boxes. They just get really excited about cardboard boxes. And then a bobbin drum. Why not? They're all good playthings. So now food enrichment. I do like getting these in for critters when I can. I think it's fun. Do that, and what I'll do is I'll move over a little bit. I'll move over a little bit. Just because I think it's just fun to have that. Food enrichment. And then the suspended feeder, put over here, and that's pretty fun. And I'm gonna overdo the enrichment right now, just because eventually we will have more creatures in here, and I don't want to remember to back in and add more. They should all be pretty happy. We're gonna go to... Oh, because I'm clicking. Now, what are you still not happy about? I was gonna say, you have very little to be happy. Do want more of an adult population. I can adjust that here in a moment. We're going to click on this. We're going to call it mandrills. Not mandrills. Mandrills. We're going to go here and we're going to say high quality food. And pretty fun. Look at that. Oh, the thing I forgot to do, that I said I needed to not forget to do. Where's one of the adults? Click on this. Let's just make sure there's no escape points with the trees and stuff that I added. Does not look like it's coming up with escape points, so that's good. More than enough climbing, more than enough land space. You can kind of see in these trees, any of the trees that have green on them, they can climb those trees. Pretty exciting. Cool, so they're pretty happy. So now we can build the place for our zoo guests to come in and do. Let's check on our things. Not be reached. Interesting. Why can't it be reached? The after-traversal area? It might be just a bit too high. That might be the problem. Let's click on this. X. If I lower it, can it be reached? I'm assuming the red means it can't be reached. What if I... Like, if I just... Does it ever turn not red? It might not ever turn not red. And what's happening? Obstructed. Interesting. Okay. Let's just outright move this to somewhere else. What about this? What if I put it here? Lift it up a bit like that. Right now it'll be defying physics and levitating. Whoa. No, 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 no. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want you to do that. Okay. It, for some reason, adjusted the ground when I moved. And I tell it to not do that? I mean, I don't have flattened terrain on, so I don't know why I did that. want you to let it levitate for a minute. Thank you. Then we're going to... I appreciate the game for not wanting me to defy physics. It is an admirable goal, but not the goal for the exact moment in time. What to do is fix the whole defying physics problem by doing this. They can climb up that and get onto it and adjust the ground. Okay. Tree. I don't know that I'm happy with where I have. We'll leave this area actually pretty open. Okay, and now it's not yelling at me saying that this is inaccessible. So now they should be happy. Other thing is, let's visit our VIPs. Say hello. Get those conservation credits. Like me some conservation credits. Alright. Alright. Once we get this set, we'll probably spend some time beautifying the zoo and filling in the various areas where I said I still need scenery. I think scenery filling in will be good. Go through this. Adjust the all of them. You just tweak the color slightly, and it doesn't look like everything. We're definitely gonna need to slap some power down, so I gotta keep an eye. Nope. I want to start the path over here. Please and thank you. This will be a nice little area to walk by and some controls. Make it like a nice little, nice little like mandrel diamond here. That, come on, come on. There we go. Then connect it that way. There we go. The other thing we need to do is build this viewing area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my path floating around like this. I'm holding control so that the pathing doesn't automatically try to connect to other path. If I don't hold control, the pathing. If I hold control, I can move it where I want. I'm also going to hold shift, which is going to let me move it up. So what I'm trying to do is put this here. And then that way, I can have this little viewing area here for the little mandrel hidey hole. And I'm going to build... I'm gonna do this, but we're going to adjust the angle slightly. That. We're gonna make it a ramp and not stairs, because we want to be accessible here at the side. This side will make stairs. We want to be accessible, but there's an accessible side, and you can take the stairs on the other. That just looks ugly as frick, though. So. Stairs take up less space. That works. So you can use the ramp side if you need the ramp, and you can use the stair side if you steps in, and either way, everyone's pretty happy. That's our living areas. What we need is power. I don't have a lot of power. I think what we'll do, my camera suddenly so slow. Must have hit some hotkey. Didn't realize that. We're gonna go into utilities and grab a solar panel, because solar panels don't make guests cranky like other power sources do. And we're gonna drop a nice little solar panel in the middle of the mandrel triangle. And we'll make that staff pathing. It doesn't need to be, because again, guests don't get cranky about solar panels. Somehow my camera holds What happened to my camera controls? Zoom sensitivity is -4. I don't think I want that. Yeah. Better, but why is my rolling speed so slow? Is there a way to make it not slow? Like my key sensitivity is all the way up. Oh, allows the camera to move through the terrain? Oh, I never knew that button existed. That's gonna change things for me. I don't know why the scrolling is so slow, but one problem at a time. It was not doing this, and then it started doing it. I swear. Okay, we're gonna let this run a little bit. Kind of get some people over here. So my mandrills would like more of them. I'm getting so many capuchins. I'm gonna need to take care of some of my exhibit animals here soon too. Like if I were to click on it, they're not happy with the size of their adult population. I can't remember if mandrills will tolerate more than one man. One male up to 9 females. Okay, so getting more boys is not going to help with that problem. So we're going to do... I had mandrills on, but I don't want to search only male ones now. I want to do... Not in my stored animal. Switch it. I want to look for only female ones. There's only one page, so I'm not going to be able to get... These prices are exorbitant, so no. Not even close. They're just gonna have to deal with not having enough of an adult population to be happy, apparently. Look at them! They're on the things! They're on the things! It makes me so happy. They're on the things! Okay. Let's start putting down guest things. Why are you looking at the mandrills from over here? I can barely see the mandrill from here. Bah. Lady, you are like 500 feet away from a mandrill right now. Literally walk up and look at it. I wish I had a better view of the mandrill. You are creating your own problems. You are one of those people that is only happy when you're unhappy, completely unable to help yourself because you would rather just be upset than do anything remotely useful to fix your life. That is your problem, Valerie Kyle. That's what I have to say about Valerie, because she is one of those people. She's one of those. She's just one of those. Cannot be bothered to help herself. Therefore, I cannot be bothered to help her. Put some benches down for people who are not Valerie. And will actually walk up and view animals. We have to put trash bins down because humans are disgusting creatures and don't understand that they shouldn't just put their trash random. You don't put down a bunch of trash bins, they will just get confused and panic. Next thing we're going to do is go into construction and type in education board. That's cool. These are the Australian ones, but I actually really like them for, like, everybody. Line to surface. Position, snap, rotation. Why? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why be like this? There we go. So, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna slap a little billboard up there. Slap a little billboard up there. Yagi were here. He'd be freaking out that I don't already have donation bins out. See what would happen. Slap one of those. Go in. Abilities. the Habitat Education Board. Snap that in. Snap that in. Snap that in. Educational speaker. Educational speaker. Educational speaker. Then, while we're here, we'll grab the... I'm gonna put one down. I've been changing the colors on these. I'm gonna go into this one. For mandrills, let's do green and gray. Why the heck not? And on that one, we'll duplicate it so all of the ones at this habitat will have that color scheme. Slap one up here. Now that's good to go. Let's turn on the education. Education stuff. Education stuff. I actually want to move this. Oh. I'm gonna stick you in the wall. It better not be a mandrill doing what I said. The saltwater crocodile escaped. How? How did it do that? I'm just really curious what it's gonna do there. Pay $1,000 to crate it up. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm gonna not ask questions on that one. I'm gonna just not ask questions. Mandrill. Mandrill. Mandrill balm. Mandrill balm. Look at them using their stuff. Makes me so freaking happy. Has anyone gone up in the cave yet? Nope. That's where their shelter is, so they will go up there eventually. Oh, we have an inspector. What's your problem? Still can't be reached? How come? I don't understand. I don't get why it can't be reached. I think that's a glitch. I don't understand why that can't. They literally just walk up to it. What do you mean it can't be reached? I don't understand. Can they not get over there? No, they can get over here. I don't know. Game is being a little glitchy today. Being a little bit glitchy today. Look at them donating that money. Alright, the next thing we want is... where is an education? Animal talk point. Excellent. We'll pop it right here. Set it for... Mandrill. Any guests think the tickets are underpriced? Well, that's one of my favorite announcements. Now, what I want to do is go in here, go to education, go to talks, sort by month, and try to divvy these up as best I can. This. So we have a bunch in March. So let's set this one for February. This one for January. Now we're starting to double up. Pretty good. And now it's not saying that that's unreachable, so I don't. Okay, we'll set this to 35 and 30. There we go. Lions are still the most appealing. Pretty good. Now we're gonna pause again while we're in the middle of the sun. Let's do a little bit of maintenance. Do some staff maintenance. We're gonna hire a new keeper, because we just added a whole new habitat. Most of my vets seem to be doing okay workload-wise. I want to add, see, we have 7 educators. I want to add an 8th. Just because now there's so much ground to cover, and we're starting to double up in the months. There we go. I always like to keep people trained up if I can. It helps. How are we doing with the mechanic? Mechanics seem to be doing a lot of. Let's add that mechanic. That's probably good for now. Let's check on our vet research. Is probably all done. Yeah. Let's check on the animals themselves. Animals. Okay, so the bison are looking okay. Capuchins. This one's old enough to be rehomed. Go ahead and do that. No other capuchins can, so I'm gonna rehome them. That's basically like when you have an animal that reaches like an age of infertility, you can send them to like an animal retirement house, and it's very nice. My Death Adders are just going crazy. Let's give them some space. I don't think that many Death Adders. These guys are old, so I don't want to lose them. Yeah, this will be fine. The exhibit animals don't deal with inbreeding, so you don't have to worry as much about who's family and who. And these are both elderly. Terrapins. How are we doing? How's your social? Probably feeling like there's too many. Yeah. So we'll release some terrapins to the wild. It's fine with me. Because we have a lot of them. I just want to make sure I'm keeping a younger male and a younger female. I am. Fortunately, the exhibit animals you can't release to the wild to get credits like you can in story mode. Okay. They're good, they're good. These darn leaf insects just go insane. Like, they go really insane with the breeding. There's just so many of them. There's just so many. Like, that's gonna leave so many. Then to Trade Center. Like, I am selling 16. 16 of them. And if we go to zoo, there's still gonna be like a buttload of them. Like, still so many. Oh, they only have one baby. Aww. And then the mandrills are hanging out. Red knee. Tarantulas. Probably fair to have a few less. They're probably largely fine. And what's are we at here? Pronghorn antelope seem to be doing okay. Good. These ladies are getting a little older. I may need to, because I'm assuming these younger antelope are going to be Pendle's children, so I can't breed them. I'm gonna have to address that eventually. Lions are populating nicely, which is good. Very good. Okay, so our habitats are good. So I think we're gonna do some zoo prettying. Right? Like this area needs some help. This area can be filled in now that I know where this is going. This area can be finished. This area has some done. So we're gonna do a lot of just cosmetic stuff, I think, now. What I need to do though is use the facilities. So I'm gonna take a brief break and I will be right back, and then we're gonna do some cool, pretty zoo stuff. Alright, I'm back. And I'm back with Snickers, because I like Snickers. They're falling on the ground. Okay, I gotta actually remember I want to leave the game running, because the idea is to eventually release some mandrills into the wild, so. And then that creates the problem where I'm gonna have to do some of this cosmetic stuff at night. That's okay. So let's start in this area for the cosmetic thing. I don't think anybody's come up here yet. Oh. I haven't really had reason to. The mandrills haven't come in here yet at all. Because they haven't had need to. Oh, there you go. Yeah, like, there's nothing up there. Rain. Painting. I think the long grass just looks like I haven't mowed my lawn. Get rid of a lot of this long grass. Oh. Cool. Now we can start here with some kind of bigger thing. Let's just look at centerpieces that they have. There's some cool pre-made ones. Or pre-made is always cool people. It does give me ideas when you look at the pre-made stuff. That's kind of neat. Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's trippy. That's very intense. Okay. Let's Hmm. Into we were in. Let's look at sure. Rocks. Let's start with some rocks. Like this. Oh, I didn't really think so. That will make my life easier. Start here with some rocks. pile them. It's kind of what we saw with some of that prefab stuff. Kind of make some shelves like that. And we'll be able to put some stuff there. And the other thing I want to check, go back into construction, is there anything that's mandrill themed? Nope. Nothing mandrill themed. We don't have like, I think that means we don't have like statues even. Those live somewhere else, but I don't think they do. I think they live. Yeah. They live in here. But we have orangutans and stuff, but we don't have Zamandal. There's my other candy bar. So I'd like to do something themed there. So we'll probably not do anything creature related. Although, well, what are these? I mean, we could do macaques and pretend they're mandrills. I'm not against it. Probably not super fair. But we can do it. Let's do gold. I think these look close enough when I don't even have like a mandrill option. Do gold so they kind of like shine through. Just like that. It's like my mandrill army of macaques. Pretty intense. There we go. And then we can head back into nature, into plants. Get some trees going. What's something that's a little bushier? Custard apples, maybe? No. Mangrove apples. Bad. Don't want it. But it did. I'm not against the mangrove apple, it just has to lean in a different direction. There we go. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Ants up in here, probably. Yeah. Oh. Ease down. They're cool. I want something kind of... I have a bunch of these logs everywhere because I love them, but what are you gonna do when there's just not other log options? These. Kinda cool. I was thinking about, like, really filling this in, but honestly, I don't know if it needs it. I think it kind of looks good, largely as is. It's to be hyper complex. What I want to do is come over here to the terrain, and then light back on for a hot second, and clean that up a bit better. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. It just needs, it needs some more stuff. So let's go into facilities and grab some education points. Put some education. Everyone loves a good education. Come on, who doesn't really? We'll do stuff that kind of works with mandrills, so like ecotourism, forestation, climate change, poaching and exotic pet trade, and traditional medicine probably doesn't actually match. I like that. It's not the best thing I've ever made, but it works. I think it works. And then we'll go into here and pick a vista point, which I still don't fully understand how these work. I just know they exist. Tell it to focus on that statue. And go. I think what I'll actually do is rain. This dirt. Yeah, that looks even better. Look at that! Our golden macaque mandrills. I think the other thing we can do that will really make this look better is we go in fences and add a fence. These, I get why these are called. Because these look actually... I'm gonna drop that down. This. And... See, and now people come over and they're like, look at this cool thing. Isn't it neat? Yes, it is neat. There are still no macaques going, or not macaques. See, now I'm calling them macaques. No mandrills going in the cave, not currently. Now, how do you feel about the video? Looking forward to the mandrill talk? Aren't we all? We all are. Let's check animal trading really quick and see if... Is there like a not absurdly priced female mandrill we can add to our group here? Hit the wrong button. Someone that was expensive, but not. The heck? Game's a little drunk right now. Mandrill. But what I really need is a wool mandrill. Hey, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. These are even in the same age group of the ones I currently have. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. I just don't know why it's glitching like this. Like, I'm not looking for aardvarks. I'm looking for wool mandrills. I don't know what you're doing. That's the one I already bought. This game is very drunk right now. It is beyond drunk at the moment. There we go. We placed 2 wool mandrills. We will be good. Hey, somebody's up in the cave. Who's in there? The Lily. Cool. She looks sad. Are you up here like, were the other mandrills mean to you and so you came up here? Now look at, what do you think? I'm glad that you think well of the giant Malaysian leaf insect, but I really want to know what you think of that mandrill. Does anybody have mandrill thoughts? No one seems to have. You're walking away. Did you eventually gain mandrill thoughts? It doesn't look like it. There's no mandrill thoughts. That's sad. I wish for you to have mandrill thoughts. Hope you. No, everyone's good on food. There goes. He's coming back. Oh, this is Okay, cool. And our new mandrills are in, which is good news. And a keeper to feed them, I think. Oh yeah, you're bringing food. Let's watch the keeper's job. I like doing that. Can I send you for training? Oh no, you are already highly trained. What are you doing? Are you dropping food there? Makes no sense. Didn't even drop it into anything. Okay, well, whatever. Now you're gonna fill up that thing. Are you gonna fill up this? That's what I really want to know. Does not look like you're gonna. Staff room is so far away. I like this. I get paid what I'm worth. Such a strange thought. Don't need feeding right now. They're not hungry. Oh, okay. I mean, if they're not hungry. Look, more of them are going up here. Makes me so happy. No one's up here too. Oh, I should put benches up here. Hold on. Hold on. I should have a bench here. And a wastebasket, because people are disgusting. Here we go. That makes... Okay, so we've done this. What do you have to say about this? That's enough fun for one day? Going home. Okay. Butcher thought. Candy Butcher, at the very young age of 5, never thought in her life she would see a Galapagos giant tortoise, but there it was, right in front of her. Best day ever! She hasn't had a thought in 5 months. Jessica Bugby, you are not a very good, representative of my name. Oh, can I greet more people? I'm gonna say hello to you. Alright, let's keep making things pretty, because there's this whole area here. And there's no real need for stands or anything. First thought in 5 months. In 5 months, she's had no thoughts. What about 2 months ago, this person thought that she really enjoyed the mandrill talk. People don't think very long here. Okay, something needs to go right here. One thing I wish this game had was, like, other kind of attractions. Like, there's food stands, there's merchandise stands. I think it would be cool if there was, like, something else for your guests to do. And they may add that in time. They've been doing a really good job of adding stuff. They're gonna add the ability to build seating for animal talks, which will fundamentally change how I build habitats, I think. Once that update drops, I will do things differently. I could put an exhibit here. That's not a bad idea. I could put a little, like, small animal exhibit here. I'm not against that at all, actually. I think that's what we're gonna do. This is the perfect little spot for, like, 2 little creature things. Put one here. I don't like these work groups. They drive me. Put one here. But we're gonna get rid of the paths. I don't like these paths. So we'll deal with that in a second. These are powered, right? Yes. Okay, good. They're powered. Now we're gonna go into pathing. Yes, pathing. I don't know why you seem to think it needs to be like that, but okay. There we go. There we go. That's good stuff. And then I'm gonna do this because reasons. That will make more sense. There we go. Look at that! Look at that! Nice little happy area. Yeah, I like this. I like this. And what I'm going to do is put an animal talk here and an animal talk there, and then the animal talks can be separated. I like that. So let's look at exhibits that I do not currently have. Facility broken down. Oh, that's fine. I have mechanics. They'll get on it. What's something I have never... I know there's got to be some here that I've not done before. There has to be. Even though I actually go through a lot of these. I'm not against getting red-eyed tree frogs, although I've definitely had them before. I guess I should refresh myself. What do I have here? Terrapins, tarantulas, leaf insects. Empty and empty. Oh, goes to the ones I just built. Duh. Death adders, cockroaches, blue tongue lizard. Got worried for a second. Guess I don't know what I have and haven't done before. I want to do red-eyed tree frogs. There's just not any of them. That's okay. Okay, you're gonna be red-eyed tree frogs. Actually gonna pause this for a second. And I don't think I have centipede. I've had those before. I've done tiger snails before too. Let's do tiger snail. Tiger snail and tiger snail. Hey, Kujira, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Oh, I never sold those two. That. Then to zoo. Beautiful. Then let's pick these two. Those can be released. We're gonna go here. Red eye tree frogs, and we're just gonna keep an eye on it so we can get more. Here, we're gonna set this to how they want. Because they like it, 79 is, 84 is fine, and you can want it up. Red-eyed tree frog. We're working on a zoo, doing zoo thing. This window I want blacked out. What is it? Not that one. Not that one. It's not that one. It's this one! And go ahead and do the aid. I am well. You're well. Okay, I wasn't sure what the extra F was. I'm glad you're well. I am well as well. Decided to come back to a little bit of Planet Zoo. Been a little busy with other things. And I wanted to stream today, but I was a little bit tired, and I'm like, I don't need anything where I'm gonna be stressed out. So Planet Zoo is probably the way to go for this one. And I hadn't streamed this in a while. I actually hadn't played it in a while. I technically opened the game yesterday, but I didn't really play it. They're happy with just 2 for now. I want them to more than we'll get there. This one. Oop, yeah. Since they're snails and they slide around on stuff, you can have them. We're gonna prettify these a little bit, prettify the area a little bit, but let's start with getting educational facilities and donation facilities down, and then we will do the rest. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. Is that levitating? Technically, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes these controls help, and sometimes they don't. Those are there. Boom. Boom. Then we're gonna grab an educational speaker, pop it up there. Same thing, pop that there. And then an animal talking point here. Animal talking point. That way those points are not competing. So tiger snail. We'll unpause the game, I think, because we are trying to age up our mandrills, which at this juncture, since they age slower, they're probably not going to have by the end of the stream, but that's okay. This is going to be giant, tiger, snail. Did I do the speaker on top? I did not. Tree frogs. Tree frogs. There's the tree frog, look at him. So good. Such a good little frog. I love frogs. Frogs are my favorite animals. Just so you guys know, I will always lose my freaking mind over frogs. Red-eyed tree frogs. Can't spell. Talk. There we go. It's thinking the Jaguar is actually closer. There we go. Let's pop over into education. Box. Timetable. We'll leave one of these in March because that is actually where we're at, and we'll become April. Fantastic. You're gonna go into facilities, guest facilities, money, nation box. I want you to have positions now. I want to put it like right there. Let me. That's frustrating to me. We'll do this. We're gonna do the same thing where we change the colors on it. Color change first. So we're gonna do this. What is that? Coral. That's coral. Coral in like inky color. That's nice. Duplicate it because we have two creatures. So we'll put one kind of back here because of animal talk. Put one like there. Put another one right there because animal talk. Beautiful. That's all well and good. So now we can keep up the design. Yeah, I like this. This feels right. This feels like the right thing to do. I'm in the wrong one. Boy, red-eye tree frog, which is good because I think I already had a girl. We're gonna find that out. Send you there. Yep, I have a boy and a girl. Fantastic. Alright, let's get them happier. So we're gonna add some leaf litters. I'm gonna just add every tropical plant because I think it's exciting. Add a mister. Now they're gonna be pretty happy in there. Over here, they would also like their layout change. So a large rock pile. Add some rocks. Add some branches. Add a mister. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. They're so happy. And now, what are your thoughts? It's a lickle baby mandrill. I don't know if that means something or if it's a typo. You got over here. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you have thoughts? Does anyone have thoughts? The view of the Jaguar from here is fine. This is... You should not be viewing the Jaguar from here, Gilbert. Gosh. Worse than Valerie. Is it going to park? The park is going well. Is that the question? This is my park currently. Oh, while it's night, let me show you guys this. This is so cool. I built this like little Easter Island head area. Isn't that sick looking? I love it. I think it's so cool. This is my zoo. I'm very proud of it. New Mittens Zoo. So, we're expanding quite well. We're going to put an Arctic area over here soon. But we built mandrills over here. Yeah! Isn't this cool? It looks really good at night. I've added like a lot of stuff. Like I made that illuminate at night. But this is what it looks like to walk around my zoo in the evening. Pretty happy with it. Okay, let's keep up over here. Let's see here, nature. Let's find some of these. I'm gonna add what animal is near it? It was not in a habitat, but it was right next to where I have more exhibits like this, and it was near the capuchin monkeys. This. We're probably not gonna put anything on the sides of this, but this makes it feel a little bit more, I don't know, I guess. Okay, and here. Add to the roof. That. Hop over here into plants. Should I just stick giant rhubarb on top? I actually don't completely hate that. I said it as a joke and now I don't completely hate it. There we go. Like some giant rhubarb on top of frogs and snails. Yeah, that looks good. It's looking real good. Let's add stuff to the ground here. More jaguars? Did they get a bulk discount or something? What is your problem with jaguars? Jeannie? She's like 5 and wearing a spider hat and she's judging me and I don't like it. See, look over here. Cindy has positive things to say. The giant tiger land snail looks happy with its exhibit temperature. Cindy has good things to say to me. What does this 5-year-old have to say? I'm glad the toilet block 2 doesn't cost money. Kid, you're 5. Don't worry about finances right now. What kind of life do you have where you're worrying about toilet prices? Oh my gosh. People of this world, I tell you. I tell you. Okay. Oh, they just need something. They need some love or something in their life. I don't know what's going on. Some nice little rocks down. You know me, I love rocks. Sea space, I think it needs rocks. You know, it's kind of my general feeling of things. Rocks down, and then plants time. Let's find something kind of taller. Coconut plants definitely meet that criteria. I might have to get away from tropical for what I'm looking for. Tarman trees might not be bad. Strangler figs, if I went for the smaller ones, might do what I need. Something that'll kind of like clearly separate this area from other areas. That look a little bit ridiculous? Kind of. Yeah, that looks a lot a bit ridiculous actually. Okay. I can't get the mangroves to work. I might have to go to a different climate of plant. Rather not. That works. Works for me. And there can be... We can do more giant rhubarb, I guess. It's... What do we got? I like the water banana palms. Those are nice. Just something to kind of add here. Kind of make it get a little bit more exciting over. And like these like tall, thin versions of the Tarman trees. Add a little bit of shade. Will come through. There we go. Yeah! Look at that! Do we have any kind of like little baby ferns? These work. Add a little bit of leaf litter, you know? Perfect. You know what we don't have over here? Benches. We have 0 benches, and that I don't like. I know it says aquatic benches, but these are not necessarily required to be aquatic, and I just like the stone and wood look. We're gonna go for those. There we go. And see, somebody's already sitting on it. Somebody was like, I was just waiting for a bench. Well, no. I mean, we need waste baskets because people are disgusting, but everywhere. We're all getting ready for the animal talk. Yeah, I like this a lot. I am overall pleased with how this filled in. I think this is good stuff. Okay, so next is here. We've done a pretty good job of filling in this. Hey, there's one of my jaguars. Is the little baby jaguar. Is the little baby jaguar gonna go for a swim? Look at the baby. Baby! Look at the little pattern. Oh, so freaking cute. Go, little jaguar, go. Yeah, who's a good baby jaguar? Look at you stalking around, doing jaguar things. This is a baby! This is baby jaguar. We're just gonna spend a moment here appreciating the baby jaguar. I know the boss! I love the tail! The tail's so fat. Such a fat little tail and the little stripes on it. Oh, it's so freaking cute. He's gonna go swimming. Watch him swim. I love it. I can kill so much time in this game just watching the animals do stuff. Oh look, there's... I don't remember if that pattern is your mom or your dad, but there's one of your parents. Oh! That was fun. I enjoyed that time with... Go. Good swim, baby. Where's our other jaguar? Where's the... I have 3. Here's... Where are the other... Sometimes they climb the trees. Funny. Okay, there we go. There's the big one that's black. That is... Daddy. This is pretty wild, too. Sometimes when you get like, when you adopt one from, like, a rescue center, this is sad, but it's also a cool detail. So, like, if you look at Eslee here, see those marks? That's because the idea is we adopted him, and he was injured in the wild. So even though he's healthy now, he's still got marks from it. Which, again, is sad. But I think it's also a neat idea, and it adds to this idea of, like, well, you're rescuing some of these creatures. You're not just, like, poaching them from the wild and sticking them in your zoo, you know? Kind of adds some depth. Isn't this waterfall cool? I really like this waterfall. It's a cave. Don't pay any attention to the water that's doing that. I couldn't fix it and figure out where to fix it. Made them a cool little walk area. Go in here and see some tortoises. Tortoises still overall happy. I was having a hard time getting them enough shelter. Yeah, they still don't say they don't have enough shelter, which I'm like, they literally have shells. I don't understand why I need to provide them shelter, but okay. I think the game is just glitching. Alright. We've greeted all of the guests. Spectre is largely happy with our zoo. Let's get this area looking prettier, I think. We've done a good job here, but here I want to go back to rocks. I've made everything around here so lush. I think that I kind of like this area being a little bit more open. But I still want to put, like, plants down here. I think instead of making it really filled in like it is over here, we're gonna do different stuff. I think we can just kind of get away with putting down some of this. That. I'd like something with some color if possible. I'm surprised that there's not more shelters and go into gardening. It must be because, oh, I bet I know what it was. It's because I picked Africa, but if I did just tropical, but from all continents, there we go, I would have more options. That's what I need to do. That will give me more plants. Say, I could have sworn there were more tropical options. Because I had it by continent. There we go. Said that tree is way too tall for my happiness. Let's... I still want to keep it more sparse. But that doesn't mean I don't want it'll... Yeah, I like these plants. As long as they look tropical, I don't think anybody is going to be like, excuse me. Those are the wrong plant. Is exactly how they would sound. As long as they're not in the habitat, like, bothering the animal, I think what it looks like on the outside is... like that. I'm not gonna line it up everywhere, but we're gonna... There we go. There. That looks better. Looks much better. You can hear the capuchin. They're so loud, the capuchins. Look at the monkeys. They're doing monkey things. I love the poop sucker. Oh, you're just dropping some turds right there for the stream? Thanks. Everyone, all of my monkeys are pooping. Every monkey is pooping. There's not a monkey that is not pooping right now. There's a baby capuchin. Are you gonna poop? Capuchin! Ah! He's just running. Not even really looking where he's going. Ah, food time! He's running to food. Capuchins! Aww. Num nums. Alright. So then, what else needs to be made to look better? This area still needs some doing up. Definitely not finished. Like, this zone is probably just gonna exist as it is. So I can probably put it in there. And then this area needs doing up. And I think once we do up that area and this area, it will largely be, like, properly prettified. Oh no, we haven't done over here yet. Let's prioritize this. Because this is where the actual... we have actual creatures. I don't want to keep forgetting. These are the kind of... okay. Let's actually start with terrain. Because again, I don't like the long grass. It just makes it look like I haven't mowed my lawn or something. And let's look through the plants. These are kind of cool. I love these. They look so dumb, but also kind of cool. Do some weeping willows. Ooh, I like these. These are pretty. Let's do. Once it gets dark too, I'm probably gonna put down some whatchamacallits, lights on the paths. What we'll do. Those are big and pretty, and then I need something that's gonna be like undergrowth. These work. But are they the best option? Mountain bamboo is tense. Once it gets dark, we're gonna, like, it is. I think we're gonna completely change course here in a second. Pause. Figure out where we need to put some lighting down. Right, so, like, I still largely have a lot of lighting here. We'll add lighting here once this portion of it. But here, we can have some lights. So let's go into construction. Lights. Or lights. That exciting. What I can do is I can pop some lights. Here. That. Still see the monkeys in the dark. The other thing you can do, because this is so intense, you can click on the light. Adjust the color that's in the light. Get a little more or less how dark the light. So, like, I can do that. Yeah, I like that. Kind of like a golden color. You do that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Like that a whole lot. And we're gonna grab another one of these. Drop it here. Color that. Yeah. That's good. That's good stuff. And halfway. Yeah. Monkey mood lighting, exactly. For our macaques that are totally mandrills, but no one has to know. And they're already golden, so like the golden light on them really shines. What is this lady thinking? I'm enjoying the view of the mandrills. Someone enjoyed the view of the mandrills. The zoo isn't overcrowded. You're not wrong. It is not very overcrowded here. Here, there's already a fair amount of lighting from like the education signs and stuff, but we can do better. But I'm gonna go click on this, and I'm gonna pick, say, like a muted light, like that. And do is duplicate it. It should put the kind of like green light everywhere. And since this is kind of a tropical area, it should just look tropical and not like welcome to Area 51 or something. Feel more like you're in a rainforest cafe. It was a statue. Which no one can see but me, but it makes me happy. I made it look like they can swim on top of the restaurants. For the lulz. Ooh, okay, so I have this area, but you can't see this really stupid, ridiculous thing that I made. And so we need to fix that. We need to make this so you can see this really stupid, ridiculous thing. Way too intense. Did that, and now I need to click on the light. On the light. Guess what I'll have to do is place the light somewhere else. Then less intense. That. It. Still gonna. We're gonna just not use the less intense. There we go. I mean, I'd like to put it so it's not levitating in the plant. But yeah, there we go. That's much simpler. There's that. Let's see here. What about this? So, like, we have this cool Jaguar thing that I made, but Can't see it super well, so what we're gonna do there. The color. Like orally. Yeah, I kinda like this because they're scary. Right? You know? Okay. Scary Jaguar lighting. Like, you know, when you play a video game and the red light is like, beware! You're in the red area now. I like that. And then I'd already added lighting through here, so the other thing I want to do... We should probably put some lighting along these paths, you know, like for safety. Considering this is like... You know, you're trying to go up this arc where you are. That. Oh. It looks pretty. And kind of here. Be afraid of the stairs. Obviously, this area be prettied up. Oh, that. There we go. Is that like not powered there? Is it like, wow, it's like a inners. Okay, that's interesting. I guess if it's not powered. Okay, we'll worry about this section here in a second. I want to worry about over here first. Lights all up in the tree. And be like, oh, the trees are pretty at night. Not nice. Lamp posts. Right? Yes. This is just big and obnoxious. Kinda cool. That was mine. Do some hanging. Like if I did that and I things. That's cool. I like that. Technically New World instead of Africa. But matter, it's wood with light in it. That. Oh, specific. Uncheck the assuming it's the alligator. There. Okay. And what we don't have is light posts down here. What ones was I using? These? Kate? Boom. Boom. These aren't really themed. Concourse lights. Have. Feel not weird to just walk for long stretches of time in the dark. It's in that little darkness vortex. Oop. I wonder if I can just pop a gem or other like solar panel over here maybe. I probably could. I couldn't. I'm gonna leave those there for now because I'm probably gonna put like a solar panel or maybe another wind thing over here whenever I do whatever I do here. So those are just in position for such a time. There, the zoo's a little bit better lit now, which is nice. I really like this area at night too. You go down here. This is really the primary spot to see the saltwater crocs right now. I think it's cool. Hey, there, he's about to give the saltwater croc talk. Ah, yes. I'm trying to click on him. No, I'm trying to click on him. Okay, whatever. Apparently I can't. Like, oh, my lion is about to mature, so we're gonna have to handle that. We'll have to go handle some animals here, which is fine. I think, like I said, we'll fill this area up, like make this area look pretty, and then we probably will build something new. I think that's the plan. So let's see here. Oh, we need to, yeah. I guess the prettying work is never done, you know? There's always more to do. There's always more to do. Okay, let's go into construction. Let's build like a little thing. That would be fun. What would we build the thing out of? That's other. Let's build a little thing. Build it. See it here. It's gonna be like that, huh? Boop. 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 Like that. Boop. Ba-doop. I'm gonna... That works for me. We're gonna go into roofs. Pitch roofs. Something that looks kind of cool. Maybe palm thatch. This, but it's the wrong angle. 1 meter angle. It's also complicated. We're gonna pick something else because I need the 1 meter. The 2. 1 meter. There we go. Oh. That. This. That and then fits. Grab. Oh, because I'm in pitched. So I need to be in flat roofs. do what There we go. It's like a little structure. And then we'll go... Oh, we gotta handle our lions. I completely forgot. We'll come back to this. To the lions! Our lions... Oh, dear sweet lord. The leaf insects. Okay, hold on. Leaf insects have just gone insane. I gotta handle this. Like, how many leaf insects? Like, if I get rid of all of those... Yeah, that'll be fine. Send to Trade Center. 20 of them. Okay. That was just a runaway problem we had to handle. We're having the same issue with the death adders. Oh. Sent to Trade Center. Why? I didn't. Check all of them, but we're gonna uncheck or whatever. I don't think I want the terrapin in there. Send to zoo. There we go. Pretty sure moving you was a mistake. Okay. Now you guys don't like that there's so many. You to the Trade Center. Okay. This is all much better. Okay, we're starting to have this problem with the cockroaches. Send some of the cockroaches away. Alright, this is all much better. Spiders are largely fine. Okay. Cool. Those are all under control. Now let's handle the lions. So what happened was this guy got big. They will eventually get big, but not yet. Oh, you. So these two can go to the wild. I try to do the in-zoo trading, which I just always have problems with, so I always just end up releasing them wild. There we go. Is it real? 30. Doing pretty good. Great. So that's all been here. Now let's go back over here. Rain. Construction. Crops. We're gonna put a truck in there. I use the truck too much. I wish there were more cars because I time. And then some stuff. What's something that one might find in a shed? This works. Just a nice little cart or two. There we go. That's cool. Some pallets. Stacked as one stacks pallets. There we go. And then I don't understand what these are. Some sacks. Sacks are good. Line the surface. I want those sacks. Oh. Sack. Ground. There we go. The couple of them. Complicated than it needed to be. And then pots. Those are always good. And place to roast some marshmallows. There, it's like a whole little thing. Get some. Yeah, I like that. That a lot. It's looking good. Orchids. Yeah. I like it. Like a little random thing. Doesn't really add a whole lot, but it's better than like, here's more plants. Now all the way out here, I think we could stand to put some stuff. Some things. Even though I guess the stands are over there, so we probably don't really need to put in. But I think you really can't go wrong with like another information center. I think another information center is always good. Shop shell. Shell for a. I guess they probably all look the same. Just need the shell. I want the thing inside of it. If I duplicate this, is it gonna do? Okay, good. It's just gonna be the shell. Like, I don't need another store of whatever it is. Won't be. Yep, see, they're all run into the information center. I find that once you have a certain number of people there, you're not gonna have too many information booths. People will be pretty happy. And that just, again, adds something nice. This couldn't be a bot. Alright. That's adding a lot of good stuff. Oh, hold on. I'm a little bit lost. There we go. They're all pretty happy. My guests don't really have a whole lot in the way of needs. Nice. I'm not against putting something else here. If I did, let's say, this, and I had it, it existed. Where was it? There. And facilities and merchandising. Loony balloons. That. Exit. And then what about just a momento? That. And then to finance and pop ATM down. And then what found is you solve a lot of your security problems if you put like a security camera there. Duplicate the shell. There. And duplicate the shell. There, and then that fills in the space while also giving our guests something they want, which is stuff to buy. And we will fill in more. Yeah, I know it says East Asian bench, but it's literally like a stone bench. I feel like that's actually more universal, even if it's like a particular architectural style. We'll just kind of fill in that area a little bit. Grab some waste bins for good measure. And back into nature. Let's find some good old-fashioned plants to put down. Kind of flush things out of it. And I don't really like this long grass, so I'm probably gonna do about that. Okay. Beautiful. Sure. Let's do some of these palms. Bigger palm trees, because we can. There we go. Oh. I don't want to add to the place around it. I don't want to add to. Hopefully those won't bother the man. We'll check on that. Second. Oh. Get it looking nice over here. I like the Planet Zoo soundtrack. Here we go. Still could go for some stuff. Stumps, maybe. Some of this. Honestly, what I could go for is ferns. And we're gonna... that. Yeah. Which, these aren't... well, actually, I think it's called bracken. Yeah! Isn't necessarily tropical, but I think ferns in general just scream forest. And it just fills everything. It's so nice. Throw this stuff down in a lot of places. I like that a lot. Beautiful. Beautiful. What are you guys thinking of over here? What do you guys think of these mandrills? The zoo is very spacious. Take you too long to get to toilet block 2. Oh no! Guess I could have put a toilet over. But it was telling me my guest needs for toilets were not dire. We could, but there's toilets here, so they're also pretty much okay. I like it. Done a lot of good filling in. So there's still this area and over here. It's a little food court zone I made. What are we doing on getting to release some mandrills? Because we built that mandrill habitat. Try to release some mandrills to the wild, you know? And we haven't done that. Are any of my mandrills growing up? Not for a while yet. Guess I could have turned on the aging. Oh, good! My red-eyed tree frogs are populated. Oh, hold on. We should release these two to the wild before they inbreed. Be a bad idea. There we go. We're in our lion habitat, and now that they've grown up, our lions should mate again. That'll be good. Look at our lion. Big lion. They got another gnomes up there. Big lion. Take a nap. I mean, overall, we've made some good progress. We're just doing small things, and the small things take a little while, you know? I mean, like, this looks good. This looks good. So, still, the lions are the most appealing. What are we doing on crime? I caught one vandal. There's only one vandal. Got it. Pickpocket victims in zoo 15. Pickpockets chased 13. Pickpockets caught 9. We need to get better. They changed something in this game, and now crime is a lot harder to stop in it. Get some staff in for training. Them doing better. See, and the guards are always like, there's not enough work to keep us busy, and yet pickpockets are getting away. So I don't know what's up with these guards. There's something imbalanced there. I might hire a few extra vendors. Because a lot of times your places will end up unmanned. Although a lot of them are waiting for customers. So maybe I'm not that worried about it. But I'm going to go ahead and hire just like an extra 2 vendors. Just so that there's always people who can come in and handle a booth. Oh, there's a gator. Or a crocodile, rather. Eating a pumpkin. I eat that pumpkin. I've made it where the crocs can actually sit on top of the pallets. They just don't do so very often, but it's cool. It happens. Look at them swim. The swimming is so cool. Wanna swim? Oh, here comes the big guy. Such a big one. Look at you. So big. Love it. I love it. We have a 5-star zoo now, which is great. Our guests are overall pretty happy, which I like. Great. Let's fill in some of these last couple areas. Nature. What do I want to put over here? This can be more temperate stuff, tropical stuff. Throw down, and pretty much if it looks like it's going to give you allergies, that's what I'm going to add over. Kind of how this is going to go. I'm really into effing up people's allergies over here right now. That's my primary goal. Look at that. Feel the allergy. Going crazy. Every step. In fact, while we're at it, Goldenrod. Everyone's worst enemy. That will really mess with the allergies. One of the most notorious allergens ever. goldenrod. And I think putting goldenrod, especially right next to food, will add. It'll just add a lot. Big fields of golden. What else do we have here? I'm not going for anything remotely close to consistency. I just want flowers. Really into anything that's a flower. There we go. Look at that. Love it. Yay. More flowers. Give me every flower. No consistency. Every flower. That is my goal. That is what I want in my zoo. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. That area looks better. Definitely be not anywhere else. I'm here. This edge. Animal welfare has attracted protesters. What's your problem? Oh, this problem again. These guys get stuck up on top of this plant for some reason. And then it's like, I can't go anywhere. And I'm like, I don't understand what your problem is. Like, for some reason, they get up on the plant and can't get off the plant. It's just a weird glitch. They'll be fine. That'll get resolved. Hazel Higgins, welcome. Welcome to the zoo. Glad you think the ticket price is great. Pronghorned antelope are having a problem. Let's deal with that. I think I have a few things I need to deal with the pronghorned antelope. So, how do I want to handle this? You're still pretty young, so you at least can go into the wild. Right? Do. Never know what's gonna happen. Okay, so then we have two really old ones. I think what I'm gonna do is let these two really old pronghorn antelopes go into the wild. They can't be rehomed. We'll put them into the wilderness. We'll reset all the filters, and we're gonna do pronghorn antelope. Just the lady ones. We're gonna get a couple. I am down for an albino one. I don't like the immunity level they have. You are pretty appealing, apparently, so let's grab you. American Plain. We can actually let the game run. Find somebody with... You are another really good one. But you're from the same zoo, so you're probably going to be a sibling. Which is actually not a problem, because I'm going for the female ones. It would be a different problem if I was getting a buck also. I'm not. So that appeal score is how much people will want to come to this habitat on the basis of your zoo, or on the basis of like that animal score. See, it keeps having this weird glitch. Oh. Let's check. Online antelope. Are you guys happy with your social size? You're happy with your social size. We'll deal with that. You guys will be fine. Let's check on the bison. How are the bison feeling right now? The bison should be pretty happy. Yeah, bison are pretty happy. Capuchins, how are y'all feeling? You're pretty happy, and you've been able to populate in a way where I haven't had to deal with inbreeding too badly, which has been good. I suppose I should check on all of my creatures. So many tortoises. How are these dang leaf insects? They're doing okay. Andrels are doing okay. Are we gonna get to the point where any of them grow up? I don't think so. I don't think we'll succeed. The goal was building that habitat, but that's okay. World shaman. Happy pronghorned antelope. Happy saltwater crocs. You guys should start mating. Pretty happy critters right now. This is I think the last area right now that I'm worried about making better because, well, there's this too, I guess. But I kind of want to know what to put there based off of what I do here, I think. But I think I'm actually going to leave, well, you know what I can put here? I can put a pond. That'll look pretty. Let's do that. Put a nice little water feature. Sand. Surrounded by water. I want. Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. Nature. Lily pads. That. Really pat it up. Then we'll go into rocks. To rocks. Coloration of Diego ones, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for around grayer, slate-like color. Where somebody just said under liking. Then we're gonna come here and we're gonna cover up. This ground looks really jagged because of adjusting the terrain around paths does weird things. So if we put rocks over it, it's a bit less weird. It's kind of the cool here. I kind of like how it looks when the rocks get on the path. I'm not a big everything has to be perfect in how your zoo looks kind of person. I think that's where you get the character from. There. That's something. And this grass is nice. That. Add that. I like that a lot. Big fan of it. This creates a nice little space. A nice little pond. There. These. And then we'll figure out what this looks like when we see, like, where we go with it and what we expand over there. Hey, Bear, welcome! How's it going, my friend? Always happy to see your name popping up. We're just doing some Planet Zoo stuff. I know this is one of your favorites. I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break pretty hardcore here in a second. But otherwise, you're doing good over here. Just making things pretty, you know? We built a mandrill habitat. What we've done, the first thing we did, well, we've since made it pretty, but we have some mandrills over here so they can climb on some stuff. It's like a weird hammock and a kiln and some stuff. Oh, look, they can get on top of the rock. I didn't know they could do that. They can get on top of the rock, and that just made me ridiculously happy. But my favorite part of it is this is where their shelter is. They can climb up this thing and hang out up here. So they have like a little mandrill cave. And then there's a viewing area that not a lot of people take advantage of. But you can come up here and see the mandrill. And I built this weird thing for no good reason. And we've just been adding, other than that habitat, we've largely just been adding, like, this is the allergy pool. Like, this is, if you have allergies, this is where you don't want to be. I made this specifically as an attack on allergies. Right there. And the only other thing we did, like, animal-wise, is we added these two little exhibits. Which are... But mostly it's just been adding pretty stuff. What is this? What is this? What is the gift? What? Oh, we just had to have them born. We didn't have to release them to the wild. Oh, to breed mandrills. I thought it was to raise mandrills. Well, then we should actually be able to get some of these. This should be no problem. They just have to give birth. Well, there you go. Oh, I gotta release 17 Capuchin monkeys into the wild. We can do that at some point. Hey! Yagi's here! My friend Yagi. Yagi's at my zoo. How you doing, Yagi? What are your thoughts? You like my ticket price? You're having a great time. Seeing the Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey is awesome, and he's just so excited about it. I'm gonna take a picture of this and send that to Yagi later. Be like, Yagi, you're on my stream. So you know. But let's continue over here. Well, now I'm more excited about this mandrill thing. I actually get to participate in the mandrill thing. I thought it was released into the wild, and it's not. It's breed. Can do more eating. No. I mean, this isn't, like, super exciting. I just don't know what else to put here. And I'll probably largely decide what else to put here once I know where we expand off to the left there. What I want to do now is get large? No. Water jet. Yeah. Sink that down. You can't see it. Put some. There we go. Oh, I want another one. I thought I put this one down, but There we go. The reason really why I put those in is we'll hit facilities. Is it? Alright, where do the Vista points? Vista point. I put a Vista point here. And we'll let it pick this fountain. No. Let it pick fountain. Okay, fine. The blue lotus lily pads. That's what you're looking at if you come here. Look at that. Just look at it. Here we go. So this is the last spot. I think. Keep getting distracted by all the other spots I wanted to make look better. This obviously we'll do when we fill in. This will work on more. So like, I'm not really going to worry about this side yet because we're going to expand that way and I can pick scenery based on that. But here and here are kind of the last two holdouts of things that I need to make pretty. But I exceptionally have to pee. So we're going to take a quick break for me to pee and grab a snack. And we'll go. We've already been going 3 hours. I'm getting kind of tired, but I think we will keep going a little bit longer. I just need a snack and bathroom break. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. More specifically, I've returned with Doritos. Because I figured that would be a bear approved snack. If I returned with Doritos. I'm not eating very healthy. So far in the stream, I've eaten Snickers and Doritos. But you know, here we are. I should eventually just go eat food, because I'm definitely hungry. But that would involve not streaming, and that's just not acceptable. Oh, this is cool. That's cool, I like that. I mean, not for right here, because it doesn't make any sense for right here. But, like, the general existence of it, I think is neat. Lately, I found myself just humming the theme from Doug. And I don't know why. I mean, it's a good theme, so I'm not bothered. I'm just like, I don't know, all of a sudden I was like, do 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 do. I think it's the theme from Doug. I think it's just like my, when I need to think something happy, I think something happy sounds. Just lay some rocks down. Never hurts to lay some rocks down. I think I need to change the color of that rock. Or the... not rock. I'm looking at rocks. I need to change the color of that fence. I'm not the biggest fan of it. There we go. That down. I'll change that in the daylight, though. Oh, wow. Plants. I like tree stumps. They have character. Into those. What else do we have? The Brazil nut trees are like so ridiculously tall. Like, when would I ever put that in a habitat? Like, ever. Oh. Ow. If the Doritos are too loud and obnoxious, just let me know. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm really excited about the fact that I'm eating Doritos. Cool Ranch, specifically. Love Cool Ranch. I don't want something that transitions us. I can speak words. From the really tall, leafy stuff into whatever's going on here. Oh, what exactly? Mossy rocks are not a bad idea. What about caribou moss? No. No. These aren't really tropical per se, but I don't really mind. I just kind of want some trees. Maybe what I should do is take one of these plants, and the transition could be I can keep using these plants, but just make them shorter. That. So it's like they're getting... yeah, I kind of like that. I actually don't mind just doing this. It's a little bit ridiculous, but also kind of cool. Yeah, now I need something with flowers. It needs to be something floral to go along with all this. Yeah. I like that. This works. This works for me. There we go. I like this a lot. I think those are kind of levitating a little bit, but it actually makes them just kind of look like a bush, which I don't completely hate. Here. And we'll put something more tropical here. Just because it's where you come out of the capuchin monkeys. Yeah, see, they're levitating a little bit, but that's okay. It adds the effect. Okay, so then what's something kind of middle ground? Maybe orchards? I said it again, orchards. Orchids. 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 Orchids are a word, because I have some orchids over there anyway. Almost want to put some kind of statue or something. Like, let's go into props again. This is African. Capuchins are from South America. But I don't really know what makes this specifically African. Looks like thatched stuff. I think that's fine. Sometimes I think it's like the pattern on it or whatever, but I'm not sure that's really specific enough. I think it's because it came with a pack. Oh, no, that's not exciting. Oh, wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow in there, that's cool. Let's change the color though. That color blends in really well. There we go. And like, I don't know, like a step ladder around maybe. No, that doesn't make any sense. What's that? Oh, that's interesting. Again, I don't know why this pot is specifically Indian. Some pots in here. Just because they're neat. There we go. There! I like that. Just add some... Again, I don't need it to look like anything super specific. Well, I like it when I can do something cool like this. You know? But sometimes stuff can just be plants and it's fine. And no one has to worry about it that much. I'll kind of pick what I want to do for a design here again, based off of what I put over here. Because it'll probably transition from this stuff. I guess I could put something generic. Let's just do that really quick. The frickin' daisies are always nice. I like these alpine plants though. They just look like plants to me, which is probably a strange sentence. But like, they just feel like what landscaping plants would be. So I tend to use them a lot. Trash. Humans are just disgusting. We're just so gross. Like I said, I might eventually add more here, but for now, just a little bit of greenery makes the area not look forgotten, you know? So then that leaves us with this spot. What do we want to put here? It doesn't need much. It just needs something that makes it look like I know what it is. You know? Just something where it's like, ah, yes. This area was not completely overlooked. Let's have, like, these faces popping out of the rocks. I don't know why, I just find that amusing. Yeah. Okay with this. I'm okay. I don't know what this is supposed to be. And I don't understand it emotionally. Like, why is this a hut? I don't get it. Don't understand. Okay. I think we're good there. Let's do plants. Okay, there we go. When my American bison have matured, I might need to check in on that. That could actually be a problem. Putting down some nettles. Some classic nettles. Like that. I was lining over here, I was lining the path with African daisies. I think we can go back to that. That's good fun. Beautiful. Beautiful. Needs a little bit of something here, I just don't know what. Just don't know. Not that. Doesn't need that. Where's an umbrella thorn? I like those. There they are. That kind of adds. No. Yeah. I like that. I like that. There we go. Still feel like it could use something like right there. I just don't know what. Oh, I know. I know. I know what we can put there. I know what we can put there. Where is it? I know you exist. Come on. Maybe. I need it as a prop. As a. It is. Here. Oh. Panel. No. Path, maybe? No. Let's try to look. I know it exists somewhere. Come on. No, you. I don't know where it would be. I think it's in sign. I could probably use sign for what I'm trying to do. There's just like a piece of wood. It's just literally a piece of wood. And I've used it to make pathways before. Where it is. Okay, let's try this. Search. I think it was labeled as Africa for reasons I didn't understand. So I'll try searching it that way. Maybe. Nope. I know this exists somewhere. I know this exists somewhere. I've used it before. This stuff is not sorted particularly well. It's gonna feel crazy now. Maybe it's in It's in here. Could be in here. And or I could probably find something in here that will... There's like a wooden plank, and I don't know why I can't find it. Literally just a... There we go. I mean, this isn't what I was thinking of, but this works. For exactly what I was thinking. Or like, what I needed. Because I think it was before I bought the Australian pack, so it couldn't be... Whatever. This will just add some texture. That's all I'm looking for. Something to add some texture. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. The other thing I wanted to do was click on... Just keep forgetting to do it. But I like that this coloring is changed. I don't like the color I picked. Better. There we go. That's much better. Now what's going on over here? Aha! Had 2 born. What did we get this time? 50 complication. Gotta get all the way up here. Alright, well, we've taken part in this. I don't feel like I have a whole lot else responsibility to it. So, the next place the zoo will go will probably be expanding over here. And like I said, I still want to do something Arctic-y. Which will look very different than the rest of the zoo, which is why I tend to not do a lot of Arctic stuff. But I think we made good progress. It was a lot of nitpicky progress, but it was good progress. What do we got here? Hey, hello! How's Yagi doing? What are you thinking? I'm enjoying myself. I want to buy a gift for my friend soon. That's actually exactly what Yagi would think. He's not impressed by my American Bison exhibit, though. Oh. That's too bad. I really like all this. I think this looks cool. We built some cool stuff. Look at them, they're all up in their little place. That's so cool. I love it. Alright, with my bison about to mature and stuff, we'll take one last pass through the animals, make sure they're hunky-dory, and then I'll probably call it, because we've been streaming for like 3.5 hours. But it's all pretty cool. I just don't want to have a inbreeding problem. Now I have a quest to release 17 Capuchins into the wild, and I've only done 4 so far. So let's go through the Capuchins here. These can be rehomed, which is not the same as being released to the wild, but we can go ahead and do that too. I think it's mechanic. We'll rehome these 2 guys. That shouldn't count. It does not. I didn't think it would. What else have we got? Uh-oh. Jaguars? Interesting. They're having a if they're having a cleanliness issue, then that's got to be a staffing problem and not a habitat problem. There's only 3 of them in the whole place, you know? We'll look into that. Okay. Let's just pick some Capuchins here. Then we can the lab. don't think there's a lot. Because they're growing slower. Maybe we won't then. That quest we'll keep. We won't do that right now. Keep forgetting that because my animals grow slower. I just don't have it ready to go. Okay, terrapins. Terrapins want some space. Oh, Lord. Then the Trade Center. What else we got? Cockroaches are having the same problem. We have a lot of cockroaches. Leaf insects are definitely going to have this problem. Because they're leaf insects. Can't not have this problem. I mean, look at these things. This is just insane. Tiger snails seem happy. Let's see. Mandrills. How are the spiders doing? Spiders are pretty happy together right now. Let's release these two into the wild. Because they were born here, and I don't want them to end up inbreeding. Look at that! More lions. Love it. I'm gonna check on the same thing here with our bison. I really want to keep her because she's just very appealing. But at the same time, I don't want inbreeding, so we'll go ahead and release her to the wild. 26 animals. Quick trade. There we go. Now, let's check on staff real quick. Looks like vets are pretty overloaded, so let's add a new vet. Everybody's going to a habitat. Birds. A couple of them are resting, but everyone seems to be doing something. So I'm not against adding a zookeeper either. There we go. Start your training. Right, like I just hired you and you're already going to a habitat. Or zookeepers can definitely use some help. See what else we got here. Mechanics. Doing pretty okay. Really good. You know, we're making all kinds of money. Couldn't hurt to just have another mechanic. Security guards are still security guarding. Don't really understand what they do because it doesn't stop any crime, but whatever. And we have all our vendors. We're just living their best vendor life. There we go. Alright. Oh, cool. I think I'm gonna leave this here. We've been going 3.5 hours, which is pretty intense. I gotta get some other stuff done today. But I hope you all have a good end to your weekend. If you have a normal weekend, I don't know what streaming looks like for me next week. Unfortunately, I'm not at a point where I can really super have a schedule. I can tell you about it ahead of time too much. But I will be trying to do so. Definitely trying to stream next weekend because the weekend after that I'm working. And I don't usually like to stream a lot if I'm working that weekend. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't already, please like the stream on the way out. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!